We're here with Griffin Dorsey. Griffin, thank you for joining us today.
Yes, of course. It's a pleasure.
Pleasure to have you on Foxtrot. Love to start the interview by asking you, y'all came back from a 2-week break, soccer-wise, or match-wise at least. Y'all been coming to training.
Yeah.
You know, what do you do for fun? What did you do this break that you had?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, one of the things was without a game on the middle weekend, I was able to play some golf with some teammates, which was fun. Other than that, still a lot of training, getting your body right after the first portion of the season, and now looking into the remaining 10 games.
Golf as in foot golf or actual with the irons and
irons, baby, everything.
Okay, so over or under 80, let's just say.
I actually did break 80. It's not a usual thing for me, but nice. I did break 80.
That's impressive.
Yes, thank you.
The farthest I golf is Top Golf, man.
Yeah.
And I still can't hit it to the back of the net.
That's okay. That's okay.
No, and so the other question I wanted to ask is more about, you know, the in-play. There's a lot of energy when we watch you play, and that's the feedback from the fans. Mm-hmm. And after the games, you, Bossy, started this tradition where you go interact with the fans. Yeah. Tell me more about that, man. The fans feed off your energy.
Yeah, I think for us it's about trying to build a culture here, not only amongst the players in this organization, but also beyond just the players and the staff and the people that are here every day, but also the fans. And I think, you know, having something that we can do with the fans, keeping them engaged in the game, keeping them engaged in feeling like they won just as much as we feel like we won, I think is super important. And so those moments are special, and I think what we're starting to build with the fans is special.
Tell me more about that culture, because when Ben first got here, that was the biggest focus for his regime. Yeah. You know, establish a culture here. Tell me more about that culture here in Houston.
Yeah, I mean, I can speak on the fact that I've been here for 3 years, and I've seen this organization really lost.
Yes.
And I think with that being said, I can also feed off what I learned in Toronto while I was there, and seeing a culture that was super strong. And with both of those kind of different situations, I can feel a real sense of build and culture under Ben and this organization as a whole as we've grown over the last couple years.
Yeah, it feels like the group is very tight-knit, like a family almost.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's one of the things Pat and Asher wanted to build here, and I think that's a big part of just culture in general, is everyone feeling at home, everyone feeling connected, everyone feeling like they're a part of something.
And then I gotta ask, the fans love the after games locker room pictures. Whose idea is that? You know, we got Ben flexing, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one. On the roads specifically, it's always fun to celebrate in the locker room. And road wins are really hard to come by, and so I think you value them a lot. I don't even know who came up with that one, but that was great. It was fantastic.
Speaking on the road, who's the best DJ on the team? Who puts the best music when y'all on the road and y'all need a little energy boost? Get going.
So I've gotten a lot of crap for this one, because a year ago I said Luis, and I room with Eric on the road, and so Eric's our main DJ. Always kind of has been since he's been here. But I said Luis, and I told Eric, and I still haven't heard the end of it. So I'm going to go with the popular answer here, and I'm going to say Eric, 100%.
He's a DJ, he's a photographer, and a quality center back, man.
And he's my roommate.
There you go.
All love to Eric.
So let's talk about the field a little bit. Tim Howard introduced us a minority owner of the Houston Dynamo and Dash. Have you, the players, have any interactions, conversations with Tim Howard since he joined the club?
Yeah, we had an introduction here with Tim once the news kind of broke, and I think it's fantastic for the club. It's another thing that's kind of showing that the club is going in the right direction, getting somebody like that to join in and help continue to build the culture that we're trying to build here.
Yeah. We need to tell them to put in a word in the U.S. Soccer Federation, if they need some right backs. We got one in Houston,
Yes. I'm just going to keep working hard.
Good. And then talking about working hard, Leagues Cup, I know it was 2 weeks ago, not where the Dynamo wanted to finish the tournament, but what positive takeaways do you have from the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can look at some of the results that we had at home. Obviously, the Toluca game was brutal, but I think it was honestly some of the better soccer that we played this year. You look at Real Salt Lake at home, also some of the better soccer we played this year. I think there's a real connection that's starting to build within the team. And with that being said, we didn't get the results that we wanted, which is disappointing, but I think it also fuels the fire a little bit for us going into this final stretch of games.
Chemistry with the new signings, I think a positive for the team as a whole as you look at MLS Cup playoffs. You watch them every day in training. Your thoughts on the new signings, Lawrence and Ezequiel Ponce?
They fit into this culture through and through. And I think that that's something that, at least from what I've seen with the way Pat and Asher do their signings, is something that they're really looking for, is people that aren't just good players, because I think you can find a lot of good players, but also good people that'll fit into this locker room, that'll add to the culture that we have building here.
Okay, and I have the opportunity to ask you, Griffin Dorsey, rate your season so far, and what are you working on your game to improve as you make this stretch run into the playoffs?
Wow, rate my season so far. What am I doing?
1 through 10.
Okay, 1 out of 10.
Let's keep it simple.
10 being the best?
10 being the best. And why you gave yourself that score?
I think I would give myself a 7.
7.
I think for me it's been a good season. I wouldn't sit here and say it's been a great season for me. I think that there's a lot of areas that I still need to grow in, but I've taken a lot of strides as a player and as a person. And I think one of the major things that I've been focusing on, and I've been focusing on with the coaching staff in there, is the balance between attacking and defending. Obviously, I came from being a winger and understanding that I need to really hone in on my defensive role as an outside back, but also maintaining my ability to go forward and be dangerous, similar to what I was like at the end of last year.
Right. So let's talk about those two aspects of the game. On the attacking wise, your crosses are so fundamental to the success of this team. How easy it is now to have a striker like Ezequiel Ponce as a target man that you want to feed the ball to him.
Yeah, I think that's been one of the real positive points of this last 2 weeks, is it's been an opportunity for me to build my relationship with Ezequiel, understanding his tendencies, where he runs, how he runs, what he enjoys, maybe where he is in the box, and making sure that the connection that we have is strong.
Right. And then on the defensive side, this weekend you have the opportunity to face off one of the league's best, Insigne from Italy, in Toronto FC. He probably plays on the left, so you'll probably see him. How have you prepared, and what does it mean to you to go against world-class talent?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I have goals and aspirations of being a national team player and, playing in a World Cup. And in order to do that, you have to play against the best, challenge yourself against the best. And so there's nothing more that I would want than to be lined up against the best players that I possibly can. All
right, so let's end on a softer note. That's enough for the field. Let's see, what do we have? OSG questions. Ooh, this one was very popular. Who on the team would you let your daughter date?
I don't have a daughter.
Yet?
I don't know. I mean, Eric's been my popular answer. I think he's a stand-up guy.
Oh, he's
obviously
class.
He has a wife and a family, so I wouldn't want to get involved in any of that. But if it really had to be somebody, I mean, he might be my number one choice. Stand-up guy. Roommate Eric.
Yes, and your hair, gorgeous,
Thank
beautiful.
You. Wow.
But Seba Kovacic gives you competition. Who has the best
No,
hair
it's
on
not
the
even
team?
close.
It's not even close?
Do
Griffin
you want to
Dorsey?
see it?
Sure.
Dude, it's not even close. Tell Seb to get his hair down. This is luxurious right here.
There you go. Hair and shoulders. You can sponsor this,
Yes.
man.
Right here, right here, right here.